up, guys? Another cool Kraken to show off. This is the very first skeletonized dial. Now, it's a very awesome dial. The movement that I have isn't necessarily beautiful, but it shows nice depth to it, and I thought this looks pretty cool. So, kind of like my favorite part of it is seeing the double holes there in between the keyless works where the stem goes through. Kind of lined up nicely there with 3. But skeletonized brass dial, we were able to laser through brass without warping it. We were trying to make sure that I could do pips all the way through, and kind of learned that we can actually do this with dials a little bit. So obviously with larger logos and that kind of thing, you're going to want to etch out the background instead. And if you're doing numbers, you want to make sure they have a contact point somewhere, otherwise everything's going to fall in. So so here's our Kraken dial. Brass skeletonized. Did it in a brushed case. I did a silver set of, we have enough wind that I need to shut this window. 65 degrees out, but can't have my drapes going through all my parts. Silver Marine Master handset on here with a custom seconds hand that's from a different set of hands that I was experimenting with, seeing if I liked them, and I do, and I use a seconds hand on it. We've got a gilded shark tooth bezel with a silver matte and polished Yacht Master insert. And then I put this on a fancy shark mesh hybrid SS band, Kraken engraved on here. Gilded rotor, stainless steel movement holder, and a low profile exhibition case back. Got the bezel on here nice and tight for you. It'll go left, it'll go right, does not click. I just kind of line it up with the crown most of the time there. Sometimes you can't really tell with the bigger numbers like where to put it, you know. But yeah, even sometimes the center looks off, but that's what I was getting at. Automatic mechanical, as are bulk of the builds that I do. You can wind it, you can wear it, you can put it in a watch winder. But if it's dead or you're not going to be reactive, make sure you just wind it up a little bit. And how you do it is you back the crown off the threads until you hear it clicking, and at that point you can wind, and a wind is a turn that way. Turning it towards you doesn't do anything, but it's a lot easier to keep your finger spacing. Just go back and forth. You can't overwind it, you can wind it all day. You also notice you got a little bit of play in there. That's because you've got a wobble crown that deflects the lateral pressure from going into the stem and into the movement, especially when it's pulled out to the time setting. Just one click out. You can see that play there. Okay, Google, what time is it?
It's 2:14 p.m.
2:14. There we go. Push it back over, get it out of that time setting, and wind it down. And that is the build. I go over that part every time in case that's somebody's first video. They're seeing one of my watches and they go, I wonder what's up with this crown. So there you go. As with every boat, they come with matching beads. And obviously another matching set for his daughter. And this will come in a special edition white box. The other one in the box is the limited edition one. That's the titanium Kraken. So in case you want to remember what box went with which one. And I don't think you need any watch cleaner, but watch cleaner is good on all glass and metal parts. It's good for the watch as a whole. Non-streaky, non-toxic, non-residue. And some fine scratch remover. This is Novus 2 from Amazon, just repackaged. It's like a poly watch. You've got an acrylic glass and you can't scratch it, but if you do, put a tiny bit of this on it and buff against it using your included microfiber. Buff against the scratch, filling the scratch, and generate some heat with your thumb, and you will have it buffed out in 20-30 seconds. So that is the first skeletonized Kraken build. Congrats, Paul, once more. And I will get this with the titanium out to you together. So thanks again, buddy. If you want me to build you something custom and unique, reach out and I'll see what I can do. And if you want to continue to see videos like this, like and subscribe as I put them up all the time. Thanks, guys.